What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with episode 2 of the Common Sense Crew. With me tonight, all the way from the border, the illegal immigrant himself, Ivan Ortega. What's up, Ivan?
That threw me off, though. That threw me off. I don't know why. Like, as many times you've called me illegal, I don't know why this one got me. but I thank you, oh powerful white person.
Oh,
Don't
man.
call ice. Don't call ice.
I told you I had no idea how I was going to do this intro. I just figured I would just start whatever. So, and joining us from the channel that is always ranting about Star Wars Resistance, she has something on her face tonight. What is this, Anna, that Star Wars girl? What exactly do you have going on there?
It's chaos. That's what it is right now. Let me see if I can show you guys here. It is like, if it'll like load on it. It's a pumpkin and then like just swirls with pretty colors to look Halloweenish. I don't know.
It looks awesome. It looks awesome. You messaged me before the show. You're like, should I wash the face paint off? I'm like, no, just leave it if you want. It's all good. So, and for the first time ever on the Common Sense Crew, all the way from Asgard, with the best beard on the internet, Odin from Odin's Movie Blog. What's up, Odin?
Nothing much. I'm just so glad that you finally admitted that my beard just destroys yours or your lack thereof.
I mean, it's kind of like when those little Chihuahua channels bite at my ankles. That's the equivalent of me trying to compare my beard to yours. There is no competition. So even acknowledging me as someone that has a beard is a win for me because I don't have one. So, but yeah, man, it's great to have you here. For everyone that's curious, Jessie just she's busy on Thursdays. This is kind of the only night that really worked for all of us except for Jessie, and so she will be able to join us occasionally. So that's why many people have asked where Jessie was, and that's why. So Thursdays just conflicts with her schedule. So anyway, we've already got a few super chats. I see all of the new Jeremy accounts in the stream. I can't keep up anymore. Caitlin Alba, where are you at with the list? It seems like there's a 4 or 5 more. They're multiplying. There are gremlins at this point, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So real quick, Mirror Jeremy, good way to start the chat. I'm assuming you mean with all of the Jeremys. I don't know, but I agree with you on that. Another one from Mirror Jeremy. Also just found out that George Lucas is making a museum in LA. I just heard about that.
For years ago.
Yeah, I just saw the video about it, but that's like, that's been, what is that like?
Dude, that's been going on for years because we were he wanted to get it in Chicago because that's where his wife lives. So he's been out in Chicago for a lot because, you know, they just had their baby and she wants to be in Chicago. So he was going to build it in Chicago for his wife. So that way he could like, you know, be just down the road since they're moving out to Chicago. But then Chicago said no because he wanted it like right on the shoreline. And everyone that lived there was like, no, we don't want your like Star Wars museum. And then everyone where I'm from, which is Modesto, we're like, bring it to Modesto, you know, your hometown. You know, it'd be awesome. Modesto is growing. It'll bring traction there, and it'll be cheaper. And, you know, people from the Bay Area can come. People from SoCal can come. And it's very easy because it's convenient right there on the 99, Sacramento. You know, it's in the heart of California, and it's where he's from. So we're just like, we already have American Graffiti. Build your damn museum here. And he's like, no. And then he decided to do LA, and it's going to cost like billions of dollars, whereas in, you know, Modesto would have cost like 100 million. So I'm bitter about it. I've heard about it. This is old news. I don't want to talk about it. You guys can talk about it.
And Mirror Jeremy, before the dark times, before Lucasfilm was bought by Disney. Unfortunately, sad but true. And I will say, I'm pretty sure all of us here on the Common Sense Crew were probably excited when Disney bought Lucasfilm, and now we're all sitting there going, yeah, that was a mistake. So Obi-Wan 27883, Jeremy eating Anna's cookies, hashtag more profitable than Disney's Star Wars. That has that moment may go down as one of the like most talked about moments in Geeks and Gamers live stream history. Like people talk about that more than they talk about the Force Awakens being broken. So it's crazy.
Jeff stole my cookies.
Jeffrey Price says, Jeremy, you were hilarious telling the NPC what's what on Facebook. Or I think you're probably talking about that. So here's the thing. All right. YouTube channel's gotten, you know, big so many people that that would always tell me, like, you're wasting your time with Geeks and Gamers. It's just a hobby. Get a real job. Or somebody that would talk shit about me or whatever. Now they're starting to come around. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, bud. Just want to apologize. No, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Don't come once I start being successful, okay? If you couldn't have my back when I was losing money and everybody thought I was crazy, then don't come and think that you're going to get my attention now. It's the biggest mistake you can make. It's the biggest. So don't try it. So some guy that talked shit, about me a while back, and now he's coming back and, yo, man, new YouTube channel's cool, man. I'm sorry for no, shut the fuck up. So anyway, that's what he's talking about. All right, I'm going to try to keep the language to a minimum.
Some people are saying hashtag Jeremy too.
Yes, that's the new hashtag. So anytime any of the soy boys or anytime any of the soy boys are so upset about Jeremy's channel and his male toxicity, that's what we use. We use hashtag JeremyToo. So John Matrix, all I have to say to the Mandalorian thief is that you are under arrest, my lord. So that is going to be the topic that we want to talk about tonight. So John Matrix, thank you for the segue. So if you haven't heard the news, and let me pull the article up right now. Authorities were unable to confirm what was taken at the Manhattan Beach Studios media campus. So, grand theft investigation at the studio hosting Star Wars TV show The Mandalorian. And some things were taken. Now, this could have been updated. I pulled this story up about an hour ago, but it just says authorities were unable to confirm what was taken in the grand theft. A source with knowledge of the situation said items from the set of Lucasfilm's Star Wars television show The Mandalorian were taken, but nothing of substance. A spokeswoman for Lucasfilm declined to comment. I've heard rumors that there could be some valuable information that was taken, but again, someone close to the situation says no. I mean, I don't think this is as big a deal as like the media is going to make it, but it is Star Wars, and so it's going to be something that people make a big point about. Everybody's talking about it. I don't know, Odin, since you're new to the show, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is a concern? Do you think it could compromise some of the storytelling? And if you are the guilty party, how much are you going to sell this stuff for on eBay?
Well, I will say this much, is that when I heard the words nothing of significance, I was hoping that it was every single copy of The Last Jedi, because that would have been fantastic.
Yes. Yes. Odin coming in strong.
But no, I honestly, I'd never condone theft. So, that's kind of an issue. But at the end of the day, I honestly, who knows with these days? I mean, because if it's something big, they're not going to tell us. They're going to say, oh, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. And then when stuff starts coming out, they'll say, oh, no, that's not what's actually going to happen. Let me rewrite the entire script and, make all these changes. Okay, yes, as we told you, this is not what. So it really all depends. But yeah, I mean, who knows at this point? All I can say is that The Mandalorian, the only thing keeping me interested in that show is Jon Favreau. That is the only thing that has me even slightly interested in that show. Everything else is just meh.
Yeah, and that's a good follow-up question I'm going to ask everybody when we're done talking about it. So, Anna, you are the closest person connected to Geeks and Gamers in terms of this show. So they could have their eye on you. So where were you at yesterday around this time? No, I'm kidding. So what are your thoughts, Anna?
Well, if you can get away with it, just do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, the whole, I made my video about it. I'm not really interested in the Mandalorians. The closest I ever got to being interested was when Obi-Wan Kenobi was telling Anakin about what happened when he was training there with Qui-Gon in the Clone Wars, and then a little bit with Sabine, but that's because they brought in the Darksaber and how, the Mandalorian Jedi. So I thought that was interesting. But this one, I'm just like, I think Jon Favreau is cool and all, but I mean, I think the best he's ever been was when he was in Friends for 3 episodes, and every other movie I'm like, okay, it's cool, but it's not my favorite. Iron Man is a cool movie, but all I know that I can remember from it, that I know, and I've seen Iron Man 10 times, and the only thing I can tell you that happens is Tony Stark becomes Iron Man. The rest of the plot, I'm just like, it was cool at the moment, but it's not memorable. And that's how I feel about most Jon Favreau movies, but I don't know.
I love Favreau. I love Iron Man. And I got destroyed on the High Council the other night for taking up for Friends. So I got your back on that one. So Ivanov. Ivanov, as the only person that should be building the wall and has also worked on movie sets at the same time, and a potential Russian-Mexican spy. What do you have to say about this situation?
You poor things. Of course, it was me and my cousins. Of course. I mean, do you think we we expand? We come to this country just for nothing? We come for information. We come for the movies because that's the way we're gonna destroy the American life. So here I have my red phone, like Mother Russia, where I have all the information that we actually stole from this set. I'm gonna disclose it right now here to the public. I was waiting for this moment. Thank you, Putin. All right. So, what we stole from the set of The Mandalorian was all the creativity left, originality, inspiration, and hope. So there you go.
Did you just throw that Nokia?
It's gonna self-destruct in probably like 10 seconds. Oh, probably not. It was built by Mexicans, so it might just be there.
Oh man. So I think I'm the most excited for the Mandalorian out of all of us. I mean, Anna's definitely not excited. Odin, you're excited mainly for Favreau, and that's about it. And then Ivan, I don't think you're really looking forward to it at all.
No.
So I'm the only one that is somewhat looking forward to it. And so
if the cast is good, then I'll be more looking forward to it. But if it's not, then I'm not.
I got really excited because, like I said, knowing I like Favreau a lot, and I know that he is a true Star Wars fan. I mean, he truly is a Star Wars fan. And having Filoni and him working together, having Filoni directing the first episode, and then seeing him and George with Filoni the other day. I know a lot of people were trying to make a big deal of the fact that George looked unhappy. It's like George is like in his 70s. You know what I mean? Like he's not there. He's just here to be like, yo, what's up? I don't care to take a picture, but knowing those three guys are standing there, potentially working together, talking about Star Wars, that excites me as a fan. It just does. Yes, there's the dark cloud that's still over Lucasfilm, and I'm not oblivious to that. But the image looked good. And, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not saying I'm over the moon excited right now, but the three things I'm looking forward to the most right now that's being developed with Star Wars is obviously the Clone Wars Season 7, first and foremost. Then I can't keep remember. I think it's Fallen Order. It's the Respawn game, the Star Wars the Star Wars game that's being developed by Respawn. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a big fan of Respawn, and to a lesser extent, The Mandalorian. Those are about the only three things I care about, and that's really offset completely by the fact that there's a certain guy named Ruin Johnson that's still working on a trilogy. I can't believe that that's still happening. That he's still working on a trilogy. Oh God, it hurts to even think about it. It hurts so bad. So do we think Rian Johnson's even working on this trilogy anymore? I personally don't. I don't think he is. I think it's dead. I think it's done. But I don't know. Ivan, what do you think?
Okay. This is my wishful me, and this is the realistic me. The wishful me is Rian Johnson is actually right now writing a letter to me to take over his trilogy. But the realistic me knows that that's not going to happen unless I tell little Juan and Pedro to go and pay him a visit. Now, if the trilogy does happen, and I'm telling you, if he's actually working on this thing, it's going to be an absolute failure. Not because we know that he has no conceivable talent, but because it doesn't seem like the company in itself, and I'm talking about like Lucasfilm, is focused on it right now. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think Disney is banking everything on The Mandalorian to do good for the streaming service, because if that doesn't do good, they're in a lot of trouble. Because what other show or what original content have you heard for Disney streaming service other than The Mandalorian? And it's very, very close to release. So they're definitely putting all the eggs in one basket, so it seems. So the lack of focus on this, I would say that it is only going to be a catastrophe.
Well, you bring up an interesting point, something that me and you talked about the other day on the phone, and I don't know if you want to get further into it right now or not, but about how you talked about with Daredevil, the lack of marketing and how they got rid of Luke Cage and how they got rid of Iron Fist. You want to get a little deeper into that real quick?
Yeah.
Same with Luke Cage too.
Yeah, Luke Cage is gone.
But Jessica Jones is still around, guys.
Not for long. I can tell you that. So
all of the Defenders are just going away.
Yeah,
except for Daredevil. But hell, even there's rumors about Daredevil now.
God, season 3 is so good. Oh my God.
I haven't finished it yet. All right, so Ivan, go ahead.
Okay, just pay attention to this real quick, and this is something that I noticed, how Netflix is not pushing the Netflix, the Disney content heavily. For example, Daredevil is the biggest show that they have of these characters, and it brings a lot of new subscribers. It brings a lot of repeat views. It is just the biggest. And the promotional poster for the season did not arrive until a week before the actual release. There was only one trailer for Daredevil season 3, when even Iron Fist got 2.5, 2 trailers and 1 teaser for its second season. So we can see that Netflix is like, all right, Disney, you want to go to town? All right, I don't care about your content. Do whatever you want with it, you know? And I think this is now where Disney's actually saying, all right, well, let's put our attention on the things that we actually own. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, I didn't notice this until you brought it up about the marketing campaign for Daredevil. It really was pretty weak. Real quick, Mira Jeremy super chat. Thank you for super chat. He says Ivan tossed his phone like Luke tossed his saber.
I actually did it with grace and with a point to it, which was a little laugh out of you guys, which most of you agreed. So even my tossing of a phone is better than Ryan Johnson's masterful piece.
This is very true. It's very true. And then Andy Goss says, swig a yoo-hoo for the common sense. Wish they stole every episode of Resistance so we don't have to sit through the pain. LOL. Hello, everyone.
I have to sit through it.
Where are you at right now on the Resistance reviews? Or it's episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3. I'm not gonna just because I think they've only released 4 episodes, and I have to wait until the person uploads them onto Pirate Bay before I watch them. So I'm still waiting because they haven't uploaded the 4th one yet. But I know it's on the streaming service, but I'm not watching that.
Odin, what are your thoughts on this? Now, have you finished Daredevil season 3?
I have not. I'm on episode 10. And it's so good. I the whole thing just bothers me because with Luke Cage especially, most people I think would argue that Luke Cage is second best show on there. I would put it at my 3rd best because I think that Punisher season 1 was amazing. Yeah, but I think a lot of people would put that. And to me, that show was special because it not only appealed to general audiences, but also there was definitely a niche audience that it was going after. And I think it just nailed it in so many different ways. And I think that this is going to possibly end up biting them in the ass because I think they're going to piss off some people who are going to maybe start canceling their Netflix subscriptions. I already know, I've seen some people in the chat saying that they've started to cancel their Netflix subscriptions because of a lot of this stuff going on. And the biggest thing for me with the whole Netflix thing is I don't know how in the hell, out of all the shows, Jessica Jones did not get canceled first. When season 2 of Jessica Jones was probably the worst garbage I've ever seen in my entire life.
Agree.
It was I had to suffer through season 2. And it was so bad. It was so bad because they focused so much more on, oh, we're going to have all female writers and all female directors. Okay. But then you sacrificed a good story with good characters. So I hope it was worth the bet. So yeah, I'm really sad because I thought Luke Cage season 2? Yeah, was very good. I liked it a lot. And man, if they do Daredevil, if they cancel Daredevil, I'll be very upset because it's such a great show. So amazing.
Yeah, and I've only seen, I think I've seen the first episode of Daredevil. I'm gonna knock Daredevil out in the next couple of days. The Punisher is there's no amount of awesome words to describe season 1 of Punisher. It's just amazing. So it's just it is weird, but it does feel like Netflix is kind of distancing themselves from Disney, and that's probably I mean, I guess that's a smart move for them because Disney's going to try to take everything over their streaming service eventually anyway. And so it's a weird situation to kind of see how this is all playing out right now. You know what I mean? And so I really I can't see how Daredevil is going to get canceled. But again, I didn't think Luke Cage would. And I haven't seen Luke Cage season 2. I loved the first half of Luke Cage season 1. I thought it was perfect. And then there's something that happens in the middle of the season that kind of really stunts the entire, it's not even a speed bump, it's a roadblock for me in that season. But I've heard season 2 is good. I will not watch Jessica Jones season 2. I saw season 1, and I would have rather no, never mind. I wouldn't rather to watch Ryan Johnson's trilogy either.
Let me just put it this way. I would rather watch Ryan Johnson's trilogy than have to sit through Jessica Jones again. That's how bad season 2 is.
Ugh, is it that bad? And and that's where they had they specifically targeted women directors, and they specifically said we're not going to interview men.
Yep. Which is hilarious because if anyone had tried to do that for men or for anyone else, they'd be like, oh, that's racist, that's sexist. You can't do that. Oh, but it's fine.
Yeah, I was just about to say, isn't that illegal in America that they're not allowed to just specifically say we want a white man or a white woman? And even when they interview you in an interview, it is illegal for them to ask you what your religion is, what your ethnicity is, and what your sexuality is. So that's illegal for any company to ask.
Not really.
Yes, it is. It 100% is illegal here in California.
Because if you look right now, you look in the mirror, and that's your answer. You're a woman. You have powers. You have more powers than the disrespectful, misogynistic men. Women. That's why.
Yeah, no. When I heard that, I was like, I have no interest in watching this at all. Yeah. Absolutely, it's there's such a double standard in Hollywood and all the bullshit, and it's just it's ridiculous. So I am looking forward to Daredevil finishing that series. Also, I know someone said, and I can't remember where I saw it in the chat. Someone said, "Haunting of Hill House" is SJW. No, it's not. No, it's not.
SJW.
Literally no SJW in Hill House. I don't know what you're talking about. But I've said this before. I'll say it again. If everything is SJW, nothing is SJW. There's nothing in this show that's SJW. Literally nothing. And I would love for someone to tell me what they thought without going into any spoilers or anything like that. Because I'm not going to discuss spoilers because I don't think anybody here is seen it or
really
finished
say
it.
that if you spoil it for me, well, I mean, I can't say anything because I spoil everything.
Yeah, you spoil everything. So let me see what the chat is saying. Then I'm going to catch up on Super Chat. So I want to see if anybody can tell me what is SJW. Yes, it is lesbians, evil white males. Yeah, no, that's not SJW.
SJW.
Don't overuse the term, chat. You don't want to overuse it because then we become just as bad as the NPCs. Let's just be honest.
Because here's the thing, and this is something that I truly believe, is that you can find anything on everything if you look for it. I could even say that Daredevil season 3 is SJW, and I have valid points into why. But yeah, it's because I can mold the context of the scene or anything. It may have a subtext of a certain point of view, but that doesn't make it SJW. Just saying.
Right. Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it too. Mr. Megalodon says, I started watching Hill House because you were talking about it a bunch, and it's great. I understand why you love it so much. It is great. It's absolutely great. I can't give any valid criticism about it. That's how great it is. It is phenomenal, and it just when you think it can't get better, it gets better. I mean, it's so damn good.
The CG is bad. The CG is horrible. The CG is horrible. That's my criticism. The scene with the cat, I was like, this is so bad.
Don't spoil.
Just be quiet, Anna, before you spoil everything.
It's not the scene with the cat.
Oh,
everybody.
Now I know. I haven't seen it yet, and now I know when I see that scene with the cat. Everything that happens.
Is bad. You're gonna see it. It's horrible.
All right, and but we're not gonna talk more about that. We'll talk about that at a later date. I've got some plans for us to do a spoiler show on that, so more to come soon. All right, Adam. Huh?
If it's a spoiler show, can I do it?
No, you do a spoiler show every time you talk. Adam Shawhan says, can't wait to meet you all in April in Chicago. Right back at you, buddy. Star Wars Celebration. We're looking forward to it. So
Because I know he's going to want me to say this. His name is Shawhan.
Shawhan? Okay.
Yeah, Shawhan.
Shawhan. Okay, got you.
That's for you, bud. That's for you, bud.
That's why we have Odin here. Nicholas Glenn says, just left Doomcock's live stream, and he said to tell you he hates to hear about your account getting hacked and that you have his full support. Thank you, Doomcock. I really appreciate that. I think you sent me a message earlier on Twitter. I need to check that, but I appreciate it, Doomcock. And you know, we're brothers, and we'll talk soon. Ian Aldridge. Ivan, are you a racist Trump supporter? You took all of the trans Mexican midgets from your edit of The Last Jedi. What's up with that?
I needed someone to replace the porgs, okay? my cousins need work too. And I have 200 of them on one side of the family. So please, give the Mexican a break.
Oh gosh, that's good. Frank and Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. Look at this awesome crew. Paul's up here. We approve. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody wants me to do the Bale Dark Knight Rises.
Please
Where's the
don't.
trigger? Where's the trigger? You want to give it to an ordinary citizen? Where's the... That's such a bad line. I love Bale's Batman. I love the Dark Knight Rises, but that line is so bad.
Oh no, the best delivery of all time is definitely that.
Where are the other drugs going? He must have friends. Oh man, it's so good. Let's see. So Jessica Jones season 2 was meh, but season 1 was just so damn good. I know a lot of people that love season 1. I did not. I did not like season 1 at all. I liked Iron Fist season 1 more than Jessica Jones. Sorry, Ivan. But I liked Iron Fist season 1 more than Jessica Jones. I thought Jessica Jones was terrible.
Hey, that's
Absolutely terrible. And Ivan, just so you know, I gave Iron Fist a shot. Okay, I did, and I watched all of it, and I actually defended it through the first 4 episodes. And everybody was like, "No, this is the worst thing ever." I'm like, "It's not the worst thing ever." But the longer it went on, you know, Danny Rand, I couldn't take it. So Odin, you seem to be a big fan, or pretty decent fan of Iron Fist, right?
I mean, I think it's entertaining. Like, to me, the way I measure anything is, am I entertained by this? And I'm entertained by it. And I will say this, like, out of anything else, Colleen Wing makes that show watchable.
Of course,
Colleen Wing is one of the greatest characters that they've established in the Marvel MCU universe, essentially is what I want to call it.
Preach.
And I mean, oh my God. And I was to say, if they gave her own show, I'd watch it. Because I would love to see more of her because she was badass.
I mean,
yes,
we were supposed at some point to get the team up of Danny Rand with Luke Cage doing Heroes for Hire and Colleen Wing with Misty Knight on Daughters of the Dragon. That was the plan. That was the plan.
I'm just saying that Colleen Wing is one piece of ace. Know what I'm saying?
Know from experience, dude. If you know what I mean.
Him and her got it on.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can imagine what it'd be like if they did, huh?
Yes. But we did a bunch of Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison quotes in the thread the other day. That's all.
I love it. I love it.
It's so good. But yeah, no. Aside from her amazing looks, she is fantastic in the show. She is one of the best characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think we need to do a Colleen Wing appreciation video. That's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to do that. So, I mean, she deserves it. But yeah, seriously, she's a great character. And, you know, it just sucks. But let's see here where we at. Clausen, Lord of Virulence? I have no idea. Leia's space resurrection scene, Iron Fist. Oh, he says Leia's space resurrection scene is better than Iron Fist.
No.
That is savagery.
No, like you do not know the way. You do not, Clausen, you do not know the way. No, my friend.
Savagery. Ivan, the man that's seen The Last Jedi more than any of us. What is your response?
Hey, what's up, little Juan? I need you and Pedro to take care of someone real quick. Make it look like an accident, please. Yeah, you can use the guacamole. Yeah, all right, thank you. Oh yeah, I mean everyone's got their opinions. You know, it's good to respect other people's opinions, even if they're wrong. So it's fine. It's fine.
I will say, as much as I don't like Iron Fist, there's no way that series is far better than the Leia space resurrection Mary Poppins scene. There's no doubt about that. There's
Now,
no
Jessica
doubt.
Jones, we could have a discussion, especially season 2. Because someone in the chat mentioned saying Kilgrave. Kilgrave was great. The only good thing about season 1 was David Tennant. That was the only thing worth writing home about in season
I agree.
1.
I agree with that.
Now, I just want to make one comment before we move on, just for the chat to know where my love for Iron Fist comes from is not from this series. I will admit every single day the series are not good, and they do not do justice to the character. My love to the character comes from the comics that I grew up with, and just the fact that I live in a world where there's a show of Iron Fist, I'm just thankful for it. But that's where the love comes in. It's not that I am just like oblivious to the fact that the show was not good. Just saying.
Well, I would like to point out that, like, why couldn't we have gotten that Chris Pratt figure that's right in front of you to actually play Iron Fist? Like, that would have been much better. Would have been much better to have that Chris Pratt version right there.
Because he was busy being molded by this. And
our Lord and Savior Sensei Mike has arrived.
Bow to your sensei. Bow
to the sensei. I need everybody in the chat to bow to the sensei. Thank you so much for the super chat, the support that you give all of us here in the community. Sensei Mike's great to have you here. S for Sensei, is that what the S is for?
Yep.
Yes. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I think this is a good time to point this out really quick. Ivan, you're going to get mad at me for saying this, but Ivan, my friend, my brother, this was supposed to be on his channel this week, the Common Sense Crew. Ivan pretty much demanded and did not give me a choice that this would be on the Geeks and Gamers channel because of what happened with the hack. And it just shows what kind of person Ivan is. He doesn't want me to point this out. He doesn't want credit for it, but he's getting credit for it. So Ivan, you're the man. And just as a friend, I appreciate you, buddy. So.
Thanks.
Nothing to say to that one.
just everybody, can we get a Cobra Kai will never die in the chat for Ivanoski? Can we do that?
Can we move on? You being white or something?
Okay, first of all, Oogie Boogie Man just made a worse comment to me than the person that made the comment about the Leia space resurrection. And none of you are going to understand this, but I want to give him credit for destroying my faith in humanity. He said, "Yo, Jeremy, I heard Dennis Francione is coming back to Alabama." If anybody understood, like, that's the equivalent of someone telling all of you that, that Ryan Johnson is going to take over episode 9, or something like that. It's just so bad. It's so bad what he just said. But we got a bunch of Cobra Kai Never Die for Ivan, because Ivan's our brother, and I appreciate it. And Mira Jeremy says, Sensei Mike must be Bill Gates. I saw somebody said one week during Sensei Mike was a super chat, and they said, Sensei Mike is either loaded or he's stolen his dad's credit card, and his dad's going to be pissed tomorrow.
Dude, maybe he's the one that stole the material from the set of The Mandalorian, and he's done it before, and so that's where he's gotten it.
No, but we had Sensei Mike here on a live stream. I think he's been on a live stream on your channel, Odin, a few times.
Yeah, I've had him on a couple times,
Yeah, and you're going to see more from him in the near future for sure. Yep. So let's see. Who's the chap with Anna and I? That's Odin from Odin's Movie Blog right there.
Hi.
There he is. Fear the Beard. This is our Dollar General version of Daniel Bryan from the WWE.
I feel so cheap now, Lord. Don't treat me like your whore, Jeremy. Jeez.
And that was good. That was good. And Mark Wood says Cobra Kai will never die. Right. I hope you all remember our Disney World videos that Ivan and I did, where he was riding the roller coasters, and the only way he calmed down was Cobra Kai never die. Cobra Kai never die. Cobra, I hate you, Jeremy. I hate you, Jeremy.
I love that video so much. I love that video so much.
Dude, and it's not like, I don't know why it even came to me during that, like during the ride. It was just like my natural reaction to scream that.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good. We need to go back soon. So all right. So let's see what we got going on here. I never watched Iron Fist. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it? I'm thinking about watching the show, says I'm not creative 22. Honestly, I mean, I'm being for real here. I would probably give Iron Fist a 6 because of Colleen. And if there was a better actor in the lead role, it would have probably gotten an 8, 8.5. Danny Rand is that bad for me. Like, he's bad. And if Colleen wasn't so great, it would probably be around a 4, 4.5. So I'm gonna let Ivan answer last. Anna, you haven't seen Iron Fist, have you? You're muted.
Sorry, my microphone is like broken, so it like screams, which is why I have myself muted when I'm not talking.
Okay.
So that's why that like 1 week in the High Council, everyone was laughing because like who's screaming in the background? Because it's one of these microphones where water squirts up and it sounds like a child is dying and screaming. People keep asking me why I'm not looking. It's because I'm drawing Luke Skywalker.
Ah, that's awesome.
Nice.
She's always busy being awesome.
So that's what I'm doing because somebody asked me for it, so I'm doing it. But
Okay.
I actually watched both seasons. Well, I tried to watch it. I fell asleep, and so if I start talking about it, I'm going to spoil the whole thing. But I mean, it wasn't entertaining enough, and I'm not a dude, so I can't really appreciate Colleen. I mean, she was cool, but like
we can all appreciate Colleen enough. So.
I mean, I don't think she was an interesting character. Like, I'm like, okay, she's really pretty and she knows how to do kung fu. That's about all I got from her. So I mean, I don't really care. I'm sorry, Ivan. And when you hear Ivan explain how he got into it in the comics, it sounds so much more interesting. I'm like, I want to watch that show. What the hell was I watching? You know?
Somebody called you that spoilers girl.
Very true.
Yes.
All right, Odin, what you got?
I would probably, if we're going to give it numbers, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. For the whole series, I'd give it a 7 out of 10 because I find it entertaining. Is it perfect? No. But you know what? It keeps me interested, for me at least. I didn't fall asleep. And Colleen Wing, she's not just a pretty face. She's a badass. And, another great person once said, I know Kung Fu. And yeah, she does know Kung Fu and she's a badass. So.
Yep, it's very true. Okay, Ivan Ivanovsky, what you got?
All right. So this is probably going to be shocking for everyone, but I would give Iron Fist a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Honestly, I would give it a 5 out of 10. And I would have given it a higher number. Like season 1, I give it a 7 out of 10. Season 2, I give it about a 6.5 out of 10. Now, why am I giving a 5? Because overall, if the show had been named Calling Wing, I would have accepted it because the show did not focus on the main character, and it just drives off into the distance, trying to avoid Danny as opposed to trying to fix him. Now, here's one solution where you can make it better. And I actually did this, and it's way more enjoyable. Watch Iron Fist on any other language with subtitles, especially Spanish. The guy that does the Spanish dubbing for Iron Fist, I don't know why, but the way he talks is way more calm. It's way more serene, and it's got a deeper voice. So he sounds cooler and more calm, even though his expression might be not. It's interesting to see how the voice just changes, how cringy some of his dialogues are. And it's very interesting to see. So it makes it better.
Well, and I want to make a point real quick. And by the way, I've only seen season 1. I haven't had a chance to see season 2 yet. I plan on seeing season 2, but I just haven't. So my score was based on season 1. Think about this. This just shows you the lunacy going on in our culture. Rose Tico has gotten more attention than Colleen Wing. Why? Identity politics. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't the NPCs in the SJW celebrate this, strong female diverse character? Because they didn't have their victim card attached to it. There was no victim card because everybody liked her. Everybody thought she was cool. You know what I mean? So they couldn't actually sit there and point out like, hey, isn't it great that this female character is respected by everyone and the white male is getting shit on because it goes right against their narrative. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a series, the white male, the blonde-headed, like women are loving this guy or whatever. No, everybody hates on him because he sucks as an actor, and the Asian female is getting all the love. Well, they can't talk about that because it doesn't fit their narrative. You know what I mean? It goes against everything they're trying to create that's actually out there. And so it's just so stupid. It's just so dumb. And yet everybody's like, Rose Tico did such a great job. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Why didn't you rally around, what's his name? What's Danny Rand's name? Real life name? Who? Finn Jones? Yeah, Finn Jones. Why didn't you rally around him? The poor white male. Oh my God. It's stupid. I made this point before. But look at there. There's Rose right there. Hang on. Let me put the focus on Odin there. There's Rose. Hey, Rose. Somebody said in the chat that EVS claims Rose Geeks and Gamers he said EVS can have Rose Geeks and Gamers claims Colleen. Yes, most definitely. So let's see. It says Mark Hoot says, what's Ivan up to? What is Ivan up to? Now who do you have?
I just changed the Iron Fist figure to bring another white supremacist. Kind of. Walter White. Speaking of white, Walter White. Yeah, I had him, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change figures and see who notices. So there you go.
We all notice, Ivan. We all notice. Smash the melee button if you have not yet. We're almost up to 200 likes. We were flirting with 500 viewers. We're down to about 450. That's probably because Ivan was talking about Iron Fist, and so. But I do think that this. So right now, Netflix series. We'll since Anna hasn't seen any of them, and plus if she starts talking about any of them, she'll spoil all of them. So we'll let Anna keep drawing. But what are you guys' rankings on the Netflix series, the Disney Netflix series right now?
What do you mean like
rankings,
overall
rankings,
order or number?
Yeah, like order, how you prefer them. What's your favorite to least favorite?
Like of all the original series that I've watched, or just the Marvel ones?
All the Marvel Netflix series.
Okay. Well, for me, it's going to be the best one, best written, best acted, best everything. Jessica Jones season 1. Second, Daredevil. Third, Punisher. Fourth, Luke Cage season 2. Fifth, Iron Fist. Sixth, Iron Fist season 2.
Oh man.
Then Daredevil season 2. I haven't finished Daredevil season 3, so I wouldn't know how that one goes. Then Luke Cage season 2 goes actually in between these ones. I totally forgot, but it's way better. And at the very, very bottom, like you have to really dig and look into the depths of hell. Jessica Jones season 2.
Odin, what you got?
Well, I can't go into that much depth because my head would explode. I'm amazed that you were able to do that, Ivan. I would say that number one show, definitely Daredevil, like hands down the best show. Number 2, Punisher. I cannot wait for the next season. I'm so glad that they finished filming it, because if they hadn't, I would have worried about it getting canceled, because let's be honest, if any show is going to be canceled by the NPCs, it's going to be Punisher. Like, like toxic masculinity. Blah, 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 blah. So that would be the second show. Then I'd put Luke Cage, but not far behind it for me would be Iron Fist. And then at the very bottom, in fact, I'm not even going to put her on the list because it's that bad. Season 2 is that bad. It's Jessica Jones.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this discussion up by just saying it's the Punisher number 1, and that's it, and it's not debatable. So Ivan is just wrong, as he usually is, and that's fine. Punisher number 1. Daredevil season 2, number 2, mainly because it has the Punisher in it, and then Daredevil season 1, and everything else is fine. You know, I like them except for Jessica Jones. So yeah, that's it. But Punisher is at the top. John Bernthal, badass mofo. That's it.
Yep.
Badass. All right. Mega Jetty 1. I've been without a computer since Monday morning. Power battery ran out and needed a new one. What have I missed? Blue Shogun completion may be delayed. You've missed. Geeks and Gamers channel got hacked. You know, that's kind of been what we've been talking about. We've had some NPC meme videos, which have been doing really good for the channel. So for all of you,
Jeremy just makes Star Wars hate videos, and when there's no more Star Wars, his views will go down.
Well, my Captain Marvel videos usually get about 100,000 views. My NPC videos are getting about 100,000 views, and our subs are continuing to grow. So soy boys. Hashtag Jeremy2. So the channel's doing well.
Man.
I know. I have to dig. I can't do it for that long.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I drink some latte just to kind of, get prepped for that, because that's the only way I can find that voice within is when I drink some soy latte. I wish I had my glasses. I wish I had my glasses with no lenses, just so I could show my wokeness. Mirror Jeremy says, Sensei Mike. Oh, they got that one, Mark. Fanboy, thank you for the super chat. Mega J1, did you miss my earlier super chat? Just got you, buddy. Just got you. Dimajanai, Colleen is awesome, but Joy, though, smoking, LOL. On the Men TV, thoughts on the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate full roster leak? I'm going to try to do a video on this. I still haven't looked at that full roster leak. I'm very interested in it. Smash Bros. Hype, we are like 2 months away. Game of the year, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. Nobody here on the panel is going to know anything about it probably, so I'm probably going to try. I might do a video on that tonight, but my hype level is stupid, and I'm going to try to start doing quite a few Smash Bros videos. I know Red Dead's coming out in about 3 hours. That is already getting tens across the board. That's going to compete for Game of the Year along with God of War probably. So a lot of awesome games, and I need to start covering a lot more gaming content here, and I'm going to do that for you. Plus, Anna, do you want to give us a quick update on that with the people involved with Uncharted and everything? I don't know if you have an update, but just kind of. Yeah.
So I'm a concept artist. That's what I do. And so, of course, I know other concept artists. So I know the guys that's a company called One Pixel Brush, and they are the best concept artists in the world for AAA gaming, which is, games like I've never played Uncharted or The Last of Us, so I can't really talk about it. But I've met the guys, and I know the guys that do all the art for it. And so I know one of them, we were talking about how bad The Last Jedi was. I know the guy that owns One Pixel Brush, he's the main concept artist. He actually liked, he didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't his favorite, but he likes Solo. I'm trying not to say Solo, it's Soilo. But I talked to Jeremy about getting more gaming content, and I was like, hey, I don't know if anyone would be interested in having, them come talk about what it was like to design the video games. So I asked Jeremy if you like it. He's like, yeah, that sounds cool. And so I didn't know if anyone else here would be interested in that, because it's like the art side of designing a video game, not the actual playing a video game. So what do you guys think?
You guys interested in that? And she got an overwhelming responses of yes last time. So your internet's a little choppy. I don't know if there's anything you can do about that. I just wanted to let you know. It's no big deal though. It's kind of, so I know you struggle with that every now and then. So no biggie.
Jeremy, do you have I'm new to all of this, a 2DS or a 3DS?
I have a 3DS.
Okay, I just got a 2DS XL. So
okay. I'm
quite excited. I haven't gamed in a very, this is the first console that I've actually bought to play probably since the N64. That's just, and the only reason why I bought it mostly was because it has so many of the classic games that I used to play a lot. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I don't play my 3DS that much just because I'm not a handheld gamer that much. But it has some phenomenal games, which I can give you a lot of pointers. I'll have to talk to you and see what games you were kind of into in N64. But the 3DS, 2DS, same library. The library of games is massive. So
it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, so
I was gonna get the Switch, but I heard that they're gonna come out with maybe a new version next year. So I was like, okay, I'll get this for now because I know this will last me a long time. And then maybe next year with a new Switch, might look into it.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely point you in the right direction. So
there's your gamers, guys, geeks and gamers. Boom.
I know I hear all of you. You guys want more gaming content, and I'm working on it. Mirror Jeremy Ryan Johnson directed my favorite Breaking Bad episode, Ozymandias. Is that how you say that? And that is one of the best episodes of TV ever. I don't give Ryan Johnson credit for that because he jumped into something that was already one of the best TV series ever. He just walked into an amazing script with one of the best actors on television in Bryan Cranston. He walked into a perfect situation and he didn't have creative control. Whereas Kathleen Kennedy's like,
hey, Ryan, you just want to go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want to do?
like that's how there was no plan. There was no structure. There was no leadership. You know, Vince Gilligan kept him in check. You're like, yo, bro, you do what the fuck I say. You get the fuck out of here. You know, Kathleen Kennedy doesn't do that. So I don't give Ryan Johnson credit for that show. I just don't. And I did. I was just like, because when he got the job for The Last Jedi, I was like, oh man, this is the guy that did Looper, which I thought was okay. It was pretty good, even though he put some weird makeup on Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face for no reason.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd never seen Brick. And then, but I'm like, well, he directed a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad. I think he did the Fly episode too, which I actually like. And so, you know, but then I've seen what he can do when he has nobody overseeing him, and it's not good. It's just not good. So, let's see. But that is a great episode of television. All right. Austin White, why are NPCs always ruining everything we love? Also, all of you guys are awesome. Please keep this up, man. Thank you, Austin. We really appreciate that. Well, it's because NPCs are programmed to do that. That's it. I mean, earlier on my Facebook, I had an NPC, and he's not just like NPC can be. It doesn't have to just be a far left person. I mean, that's the majority of them are programmed to be far left, but you can be programmed to be anything. Like this guy is a complete total Trump. He's like a Trump fan, and he's programmed to just automatically, if you disagree with him on anything, he is programmed to call you every name in the book. That's like SJW or something like that. And so he accused me of being all these things, and I called him an NPC because he was programmed to say all this shit because he has no critical thinking whatsoever. So NPCs are simply just there to say what they're programmed to say. So let's see. So it's Marcod. Okay, my bad. Marcod. All right, my bad. I got you now. I'm going to remember that. So Kathleen Kennedy voice impression was on point. Thank you, Jason Miller. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Thanks for the Haunting of House Hill recommendation. A-hole. I love sleeping with the lights on. Oh, Odin's beard and Ivan's hair equal over Jeremy's beard. I don't have a beard anyway.
Then shave that poor excuse off.
No,
Jeremy.
I don't. I just like to have just a little bit of peach fuzz, and I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. Okay. So, Mega Jetty 1, what's your favorite Halloween movie? Mine is Halloween 4 or H4. The first one was always my favorite. I haven't seen the series in forever. I don't know. Anna, I don't think you watch horror movies that much, do you?
Oh, my microphone's actually on. Like, out of like the Halloween franchise or any Halloween movie?
I'm assuming he means Halloween franchise because he said his is Halloween 4.
Oh, I watched the first one and I'm never watching another one.
Because it was too scary or because you didn't like it?
I thought it was stupid.
Wow.
Because I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, get the hell out of the house. Go run. Get the hell out of there. It's very the situation that they're in. I'm just like, no, you deserve to die because you're that stupid. Like, every time I watch a horror movie, that's exactly what I think. And I'm just like, there is so many ways to get out of this situation, and you chose the one that guarantees you're going to die. Like, come on. So with slasher movies like that, I'm just like, especially when he walks and they're running, I'm just like, I just, the whole thing, I'm just like, this is just stupid. Like, I'm not even afraid because I'm so like irritated with this idiot character. But, yeah, I'm not interested in horror movies because they scare me. But yeah,
leave it to Anna to drag out an answer that she doesn't even have knowledge on, just because.
I watched the movie.
One of
I
them.
watched the movie and I was like, I never need to watch another one.
Odin, what you got?
I was gonna say I just bought Halloween the original on 4K because it was on sale for like $13. So I'm quite happy with it because I love the first one. I will say the first and second one to me are good. Like, first is obviously better than the second one, and then it kind of goes off in its own direction. They're still fun. Like, I haven't seen Season of the Witch yet, but I've seen I've seen some of the others, and they're at least fun. And I like the new one. I personally like the new one. I thought it was fun.
Okay, Ivan.
I mean, honestly, I am way more excited for the crossover cinematic universe that is going to happen with the Halloween franchise, when Charles Xavier is gonna come and recruit Michael Myers for the X-Men because of his power of teletransportation. Oh my God! Even in the latest movie, like, you can run a marathon if you want. He's gonna catch up to you. My God! And you can, like, I'm pretty sure he's like Wolverine's cousin, because he gets shot, he gets burned, he gets, like, you can damage him as much as you want. This guy's going to survive.
Did
But
M. Night Shyamalan direct this movie?
no.
No.
What a
I was
twist.
thinking of something a plot twist. He didn't. But I would say that my favorite one is the one that I can remember the most, because I am not like super big into this franchise anyways. So it's the one that I recently saw like 2 days ago, and I'm already forgetting about it.
That bad, huh?
Damn.
Yeah, it's just I mean, I'm very particular. I'm very, very selective with horror movies, because if your horror movie relies solely upon jump scares, get out of here. That is
Yes.
not
Didn't
horror.
rely solely on jump scares. It was able to build tension. It was a thriller.
No, it didn't. Only in
Yes,
one
it
scene. Only in one scene, and that is the bathroom scene. That was very well built tension.
Like watching her through like a double mirror or something.
No,
I didn't watch this.
you didn't see it. You're trying.
I'm trying to add to the
She's trying to spoil something she
conversation.
hasn't seen.
To add to the conversation.
All right, let's see here. Linquest says, not hearing any gamers. 2DS, come on. Is that what you were referring to? Did you, Odin, when you talked about that?
Yeah, I have a 2DS XL.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, was that the super chat you were responding to?
Oh, I mean, I was just saying, like, yeah, it was. I don't know if it was a super chat or it was just a comment, but someone was saying they wanted more gaming stuff. So I was like,
okay.
hey, you know, I've got.
Yeah, Linquest said, not hearing any gamers. 2DS question mark. Come on, holler at me. So yeah, and the 2DS, and again, I have a 3DS. So
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the games I would recommend is like Super Mario 3D Land, you know, which is a great game. There's a Metroid game. There's several Zelda games. There's a remastered of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
It's on the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
on the way.
Mario Kart 7 for the win.
So good.
There's Smash Bros. There's Shovel Knight. There's Donkey Kong Country Returns. There's a lot of great games for the 3DS. There's a lot of them. So you're not gonna get you're not gonna be on a shortage of games. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan 27883. TV directors are babysitters of actors, nothing more. Producers do the job of the film directors like George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, or Nolan. Yeah, I mean that's Ryan Johnson proved. You know, if he has the creative control, that's what you get. You know what I mean? And it's just that simple. So Tired Odin. Hello, Tired Odin with the super chat. I saw Tired Odin the other day for the first time. Jeremy works me like a dog. Help me. I'm so tired. Look, at this point, at least Odin's not doing my lawn like Ivan should be right now. He's lucky I gave him enough time off to come do the live stream, you know? So what'd you say? Andy Goss says, hey, Ivan, hope you're feeling better. Best wishes.
Thank you so much. And yes, I am. I'm definitely feeling better, and that might be a topic that I don't know if you guys want to get into.
Sure, man. Go for it.
So, for anyone in the chat that didn't know, I recently decided to dial back on the content that I'm putting on my channel. Because I got to this point where I was hating every single video that I was putting out, because I was doing it more of a job than anything else, and there's a lot of stuff happening in the background in my life that just caused a massive amount of stress. But the biggest stress was my channel, because I was just not liking what I was putting out, and I felt like it was very low quality content, and that just made me really have like this emotional shock where it even cost me a gout, and that one was not fun. So I would like to know, like, to you guys, if you want to share here right now to the chat, like, have you ever felt anything like that? Have you ever encountered that?
I mean, I can go first. I mean, I don't really get stressed out very much. It's just not. I don't know why. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for about 7 years now, and so I don't really know how I'm able to deal with a lot of the stuff I deal with, but I just keep kind of pushing along. And I don't. The more Geeks and Gamers has gotten, bigger and more successful, the worse it is for me in terms of just work and not really having time to do anything in my personal life. I'm kind of obsessed with my work at this point, which I've always been like that, even when I had to work for the shitty corporate America. And so I've always just been a leader. Going back to school, when groups of friends, I was just always I set the tone for everybody. That's just my mentality, sports background. That kind of teaches you a lot of discipline and things like that. So I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stress involved with YouTube. There's a lot of stress with running Geeks and Gamers and everything like that. But I just always find a way to just not really let it get to me. So, but I understand exactly what you're going through for sure. So Odin, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely connect, at least not with, because with YouTube, I mean, I've been doing this now since May. Yeah, since May, which has just been crazy. But I've and I say this on my live streams all the time. I do this because it's fun. I have a day job and everything, so I do this because it's fun. And the day it stops becoming fun is the day that I'm gonna stop. Like, that's just always been my mindset with it. But as a teacher, it's my 4th year teaching in high school. My first year, I can definitely connect with you, Ivan, because my first year was probably one of the worst things I've ever gone through my entire life. And it came to the point where I was like curling up on my couch and like just wanting to like fade away because of all the anxiety that I was feeling at the time. And yeah, it's rough, dude. And it's one of the worst feelings in the world when you have that kind of stress and anxiety. But, at the end of the day, everyone kept telling me, give it 2 years, 3 years, and you'll be fine. I'm in my 4th year, and now I'm having a blast doing it. So, it's just one of those things, I guess, where, only, time will eventually, I feel, help you out. And also, of course, you have a great community here, not just with Jeremy and Anna, but also, this chat. Again, I always love my chat. I always love going into my chat because it really, and I tell this to my guys all the time, it's like a family. It really is. It's one of those things where, obviously I have my own family here, but it's almost like an extension of our family in this community. And it's really awesome. Everyone's very supportive, and it's just there, whenever you need them.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Anna?
Yeah, I know how you feel, but in a different capacity. It's like, sometimes I'll get into this mood where it's like, oh, I can draw or paint, and I'm just like, okay, it's exactly the way I want it. And then, of course, whenever I need it to look exactly the way I want it, it doesn't. And it drives me absolutely ballistic. Like this Ahsoka painting behind me. It started off good, and now that I need to get into the details of it, there's something wrong with her eye, and it's driving me crazy. And I've repainted this damn eye about 50 times, and I just can't get it right. And I have other paintings that I need to do for the other people that have won the giveaway and whatnot, but I just can't get it right, and it's driving me crazy because it's something that I usually, just get, and it just isn't working. And it's really bothersome because it's like, I know how to do this. I know I've done it before, so why isn't it working now? And it's that kind of stress, if that makes any sense. But as far as being stressed about something that you feel is like just work, I get that in that way, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I mean, with me being, I've worked retail before. I've worked in the structure of someone else's rules, which is very difficult for me. That's just me. I'm just built like that. Like, I don't like to, deal with what other people have put in place for me. I like to have my own creativity, and I like to have the power. I'm a power freak. I just am. So no matter what I do, and what I do, I don't think is, I guess it's not like, I've heard people tell me, like, if you really know what I do and the things I deal with on a daily basis, I've heard people just say like it's impressive or whatever. I don't really think of it like that. I don't think that I'm doing anything. I think that I'm doing what I want to do. And I fully am aware. I'm a very self-aware person, and I might get to the point one day with everything I'm trying to hold together. One day I just may collapse, and it's over for me. And if that's the case, then that's the case. That's just my mentality to just continue pushing forward. That's why I follow people like Christopher Nolan. That's why I like people like Nick Saban. Those guys are obsessed with what they do. They're obsessed. People are like, you would love to meet Nick Saban or Christopher Nolan. No, I wouldn't, because those guys don't want to meet me. All they would be doing is like, fuck you. I could be being great right now, and I'm having to shake your stupid hand, and I'm not going to remember you in two seconds. I don't care to meet these people. I don't get starstruck, but I worked 80, 90, 100 hours a week for corporate America, and ultimately it got me nothing when it was all said and done. So if I can work for myself and I can build what I want to build, and I can have the opportunity to build my own team and have our own creativity, that's what matters to me. And I'll never go back. I'm like Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. I'll never go back to jail. I'll never go back to retail. I will never go back. What's up?
Whose dog is barking?
Nope, sorry. It's mine.
I hear. Is it Leia?
No, it's not Leia. Not Leia.
That would be River. That would be my little black puppy, River. Yeah.
Not Leia. So yeah, but Ivan, I feel you, buddy, and I know you do a lot, man. You got a lot going on, and you made a good decision to step away from it. And it's kind of like with me when I worked for retail for so long. I've told these stories before. I don't know if people want to hear them again, but it's like I worked for so long. I worked so hard. I moved up. I was like I was the number 2 person in my store, which was the number 2 manager, and I was 19 years old. I was the youngest number 2 in the company because I was obsessed, and I just wanted to be good, and I wanted to be great. And I looked around, I'm like, yo, man, these guys are, they got it. They got the life, man. They're managers, that's what I thought. So that's what I wanted. And eventually, once it all backfired and I saw the politics of corporate America, I'm good. I'm good at what I do. I'm good at every job I've ever had. I'm the best. I know I'm the best. And I use that to my advantage. I go in there, I'll work my ass off for about a month. I'll show them what I can do. And I'll show them, like, if you need something, I'm your guy, and I'll bust my ass to do it. And as soon as I proved to them how good I was, I would put it on cruise control, and I would do what the fuck I wanted. And I would continue to build Geeks and Gamers or anything that I was working on. And people would get so mad because I would half-ass it all the time. They're like, how do you get away with it? I'm like, when they need something, they know that nobody's better than me. But I am going to use and abuse these motherfuckers because they will use and abuse me. They'll use you. So use them for what you can get out of them because they don't care about you. That's how I feel about corporate America. Use them. Do the bare minimum, just like Office Space. That's how it is. Just like Office Space. So that's it. All right. Humble Jeremy. Yeah. Not so much humble when I'm talking about that, but look, I know when I'm good and I know when I suck. So, all right. That was a good topic, Ivan. That was a good topic. Personal time here on Geeks and Gamers. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome back to PBS NewsHour. Personal stories.
Personal stories from the Mexican, the bearded white man, the crazy painted faced lady, and the guy that does all the voices. All right. All right. Now, Anna, how are you, Anna?
I joined Luke.
Looks good. Looks awesome. All right. So I got a question for you.
What?
Okay.
Where am I cooking?
If you could give us any positives from Star Wars Resistance 3 episodes in, what are they? And smash the melee button for everybody that's watching. Smash that melee button. Swig.
I've never been so happy in my entire life to see credits. Like, I'm excited to see them.
Wow.
Damn.
Like, they're so good because it's like, yes, it's over. This is done. Honestly, this is like one thing. There's this little alien guy who's like this little thug, and it just shows what a horrible character BB-8 is, because BB-8, this little mofo, he watches like the bad guys do stuff, and he's selective on what he tells the main character. And I'm like, you little fucker, like, you watch this guy like do this character dirty. You don't say anything, but when it's like your morals, like, oh, this is bad, you shouldn't let this guy into this room. But no, the guy that's like cheated you and is trying to kill you the whole episode, that's fine, let me just not blow that. But there's this little annoying alien dude that's like trying to catch the main character because he owes him money, even though the little alien dude cheated him at like throwing darts. I think he's so annoying that he's cute, and I want a stuffed animal of him. Just because he's a horrible character, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this little annoying character, but you hate the main character, so I kind of like you, and I want a stuffed animal of him. That's all.
All right, so positives from Resistance, credits, and little stuffed animal from the annoying alien guy.
Spoilers all around. Spoilers all around.
Now, Ivan, what are you rocking there, buddy?
Oh well.
Oh damn.
Since we were going to start on the topics of personals, I decided to become a little bit more professional. I wanted to be more cordial to you, my fellow white men and women. So I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. I'm trying not to offend anyone, and I'm trying to conduct myself.
Ivan.
Proper Ivan.
Ivan 2020.
It's the best chat I've ever seen. Just
It's the best. It's the best words.
It's great.
It's wonderful. It's fantastic.
You stole the words from my mouth, just like Putin stole my heart.
Huge. It's huge. It's wonderful. It's fantastic.
Hey everyone, this is President Bill Clinton. How y'all doing tonight? Hey, who's that pretty lady? Anna? How you doing, Anna?
No.
I'm President Bill Clinton. How you doing?
You want to be an intern?
I think I need to gain a little weight before he'd be interested in me.
Oh man, good stuff here on the Common Sense crew. All right, let's see. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction. Odin, I taught for about 6 months. Stress was unreal. So is teaching really that stressful?
Oh yeah, when you have to go in front of a group of 25 16-year-olds 15 16-year-old boys and talk to them for an hour and 20 minutes and then do it 4 times, yeah, it gets very stressful. And then you have to know what to say.
What kind of teacher are you?
I teach theology, so I get to teach religion to these hormonal 15 and 16-year-old boys. And one of the topics that we cover is the theology of the body. Oh, that's a great topic.
Oh my God, please. Just by the way,
Do they know your name is Odin?
Oh yeah, they found my channel in August.
When iDubbbz.
Oh no.
Yeah, iDubbbz essentially spoiled it for everybody.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Me and you were in that video.
Yep, that's right. We're the
That was
joke
pretty cool.
police. We're the joke police.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So, Mega Jetty 1, last one, 1980s Halloween 4 has no jump scares. It's about a sad 9-year-old and her foster sister fighting to survive. It reminds me of Ripley and Newt from Aliens. I need to rewatch Halloween. I really do, like all of them. I've it's been a long time. I've watched Nightmare on Elm Street more recently and Friday the 13th, which I prefer both of those to the Halloween series. But I do like the Halloween series, you know. But Friday the 13th, Camp Crystal Lake, definitely my jam. Mark's Main, to produce quality art requires refining, not just inspiration. The process isn't always fun, but it's what separates the best from the mediocre. That's true. What's up, Ivan?
No. I was just like, preach.
Preach.
Oh, Lordly. Keep them going.
Hallelujah.
Stephen Hearn, hail Jeremy and hail the rest of you good people. Just wanted to say these SJWs or NPCs, or NPCs, how about is one MAs, the sands of mindless Ottomans? I don't understand how that structure of the sentence went after the fact. To say these SJWs or NPCs, how about is one MAs, That sounds of mindless. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I appreciate it. This is not one of these situations where Jeremy can't read, because I tried.
Even I'm trying to say, like, maybe I can, interpret it. No, it's a mess.
It's probably just somebody that uses like a voice text, which I do that all the time, and I look back at it and I go, how the hell did you get that from what I said? You know what I mean? Like Star Wars for Life does that all the time when she sends me messages or whatever and super chats, and I'm like, I know what you're trying to say, I think. So
I think the main topic was that they're trying to say these SJWs NPCs stand for mindless automatons.
Okay.
MA. Oh, MA is a term that he's using, and it stands for mindless automaton for SJW NPC.
Okay.
There it is right there.
There it is. Got the teacher involved. We got the teacher involved.
I have to read terrible handwriting on a daily basis, so I have a gift.
Mirror Jeremy says, I did not have sexual relations with this Ahsoka. MW77, why do you like TFA? It's just a bad remake. I mean, I thought that it brought a lot to the table. I thought there was a lot of great setup. Obviously, it was reliant upon another movie, and a lot of people say that means it's not good if it can't stand on its own, and I totally understand that point. But I enjoyed the character of Rey in The Force Awakens. I enjoyed the questions that were brought up. I thought Kylo Ren was great in Force Awakens. I know Anna's gonna freak the fuck out when I say that, but I thought Kylo Ren, yeah. I thought Kylo Ren had a lot of layers and a lot of, there was a lot of opportunity to build upon that character. And they didn't do it. Finn wasn't that great. Poe was fine. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed The Force Awakens. I enjoyed all of the opportunity in the setup, and most people did too. And again, I always say this, if you're going to point out the Rotten Tomatoes score for The Last Jedi for audience, then you got to point out the Rotten Tomatoes score for The Force Awakens. It's that simple. If you're going to continue to talk about the 46% for The Last Jedi, then you're going to have to talk about the 88% for The Force Awakens. You just have to.
But the Russian bots, Jeremy. But the Russian bots.
Right,
Don't you understand?
Because he's the Russian bot.
I mean, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see all of you Americans believing that you have critical thinking or like individual thinking. Here in Mother Russia, we don't know what individual thinking is. We only know common thinking, and we commonly use it as groups the way Putin intended. So you guys think that you can decide that a movie is good based on your opinions? Wrong. You think that you have unbiased opinions. Wrong. You know why? Because it's us. We've implanted all of this. We've spent so much money just infiltrating Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Yeah.
What the heck is TikTok?
It's like the new Vine.
But yeah, anyways, so yeah, if you ever think that you liked the movie, you didn't. We just made sure that you believe the way we want you to believe, because actually The Force Awakens is, if you play it backwards, it says we love Putin. Just saying.
Well, okay, so let's talk about it. So when we talk about this all the time, but discussion. So Ivan, what were your thoughts on The Force Awakens when you first saw it?
Well, I saw it 9 times in the movie theater, and I dragged all of my friends to see it.
So you're the reason you and your cousins made it $2 billion then.
Oh, of course. I told everyone in Mexico. Like, probably no one in Mexico would have gone if I hadn't told them. Because I mean, just think about it. 9 times that I saw it with my friends and cousins, that sums about 50,000 people per viewing. So yeah, we Mexicans, we reproduce like rabbits. We don't waste time. Oh my god, I just realized that. Need to get on that. Anyways, so yeah, I was super excited. I really thought that the movie was good. But I was excited because of what was going to come. That is the difference. I wasn't necessarily excited for the movie in itself, but I was excited for what the movie set up for the next. So now that we have the next, my liking in the movie has gone down to the depths of hell where Jessica Jones season 2 is.
Oh god dang. Anna,
Do you want me to tell them what I told you?
that's up to you.
Should
You
I
already know
not?
my answer.
Should I
You
not?
already know my answer.
I know I don't. That's why I'm asking. Yay or nay?
No.
Okay.
They're all gonna want to know now.
It's okay. I'm not going to tell them. All right.
Ugh.
No.
So you're not going to spoil that, but you're going to spoil everything else?
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Exactly. With The Force Awakens, I had problems right off the bat because I was like, I already thought Kylo Ren was a stupid character, and all of my coworkers were just like, after the trailer came out, I don't know if you guys remember that stupid hype where they're like, oh my gosh, they didn't show Luke Skywalker. Kylo Ren is Luke Skywalker. So I'd been hearing for months, and people would say this because they knew it would piss me off, and people like to see it when I rant. So people would just come up to me and be like, Kylo Ren is Luke Skywalker, and I'd be like, fuck you, kind of thing. So I just go into this movie and I'm like, okay, like I know, like it's gonna start off with the bad guy, something happening because that's Star Wars and it's J.J. Abrams and it's predictable. But Kylo Ren just shows up and I'm just like, I hate you, go away, like just go away, go away. And I was interested at first because it's Poe. They did a like little quote back to what was it, the prequels or something, with that old guy that dies like right in the beginning. Spoiler alert. And so I was like, oh, okay,
Say that before you say the spoiler, Anna.
Well, if they haven't watched it yet, I'm kind of worried why they're watching the screen. But I thought it was really stupid that Finn was a janitor in a storm. Well, he wasn't. I'm just like, you can get literally anyone to be a janitor, but you're having someone that is physically qualified to be a stormtrooper like doing that. No, you can either get a droid to do that or get literally anyone else. I'm like, this is the one dude, like you're trying to say that you're like, getting, a black guy in Star Wars, which they already did with Lando, but you make the one black guy in the movie a janitor, not a badass character. And then I couldn't stand Hux. I'm like, you are way too young to be in the position that you're in. Yeah, I understand that people can rise through the ranks, but usually they're geniuses, and this guy does not come off as a genius. So I had my problems with it, but then when Rey showed up, I was like, okay, like I didn't buy into her completely, but it's because I thought that there was something more. Like there's a reason why she's on this planet. She's probably a Skywalker or Kenobi, and she's on this planet because they left her in the middle of nowhere because they wanted her to be safe and away from anyone else like suspicious eyes, just like Luke was. Luke was left on Tatooine because they knew nobody would find him there. So that's what I thought with Rey. That's why I thought she was so good at everything, because she was related to one of them. And she wasn't left there when she was a baby. She was left there when she was a child. Usually, younglings are younger than she was. So she probably had some training. So I liked that aspect of, there's something more to her. There's going to be more. I really liked the art that was released for it, and just that one shot where she's on her popsicle ship going through, and it's like the Star Destroyer that's down, and it's all these lines that are leading you into the direction that she's going, which I thought was really interesting. What else? Han Solo. That was the best part of the movie. Was
Spoiler
Han
alert.
Solo. Oh, if you haven't seen it, get out of here. Han and Chewie, and then when Han and Chewie get back on the Falcon, which I'm just like, how the heck did Han lose the Falcon? That was a big thing, but I was like, maybe that's the thing. He let it be on Jakku for Rey when she finally, needs to leave. So I was like, that's the forgiving part, because I thought it was leading to something. And so when Han Solo shows up and he's back in the ship, I'm like, and I thought that's why at the end when, Han dies, spoiler alert, Rey gets hugged by Princess Leia, I'm just like, oh, it's because they all know each other, it's because they're family. There's something more to it. So I didn't think that bad of it. Now watching The Last Jedi, I'm just like, well, all of that went to shit, kind of thing. And then the whole thing with Luke not being in there, I'm just, but I watched it all the times that I did, which was a lot more than Ivan, for Han Solo. And when Kylo kills him, I'm just like, you little bee. Like, really? Really? Your mommy and daddy loved you, and you had a problem with that. You spoiled rotten brat. So, yeah, I thought he was a weak character. But, yeah.
And that
And I
and
think
that
all of us killed it
well,
because
well,
of Last Jedi.
and that whole scene, like where they're flying to Takadana, and Ray says, "Like, I haven't seen this much green in the galaxy, or I didn't know there's this much green in the world or galaxy or whatever." And Hans looks at her,
Yeah, that look
knows-
that he gives her.
like he knows her, like there's something there, like he knows something, you know.
Well, and then like when she says like Ray, and he like kind of smirks and looks at her, I'm like, oh, it's like his niece or his daughter that he was
Yeah.
be a father to or something.
And I fully believe that that's exactly what was being set up, and then Ryan Johnson ignored all of it. So, all right, Ivan, you got to head out.
Huh?
Oh, you got to go in 10 minutes. Okay, I saw the message. I'm sorry.
Oh well, yeah. The private message is now public. Yeah.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, let you say bye. I thought that's what you just want to do.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! I'm leaving. No, but yeah, there's a couple of things that I need to attend to.
Like my yard.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of them.
He's got to hide the contraband that he stole from the
Yeah,
set of the Mandalorian.
now that I released the information, now people are just like, I received text from little Juan like, "Yo, dude, refrigerator alert," meaning ice is coming. So so yeah, they might find me. So if you hear sirens, it ain't the Little Mermaid, okay? So just saying.
Oh man. All right, Chris and Joe, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Disney will launch a Marvel stream service for their MCU TV Netflix content? It would allow current content to have PG-13/R ratings. See, that's the thing, is the Disney streaming service, from what I've heard, it's not going to have R-rated stuff, right?
Nope, it's not.
So all right, let's go back to that, because I forgot that we need to ask Odin about TFA. So my bad.
So Anna actually reminded me. Do y'all remember the first time that teaser trailer came out?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was one of the best things that ever came out. Like, it was so, everything was there. Like, and then when it finally shows up on Han, he's like, "Chewie, we're home." And I was just like, oh, like, it was just that moment. And so when I saw the movie, I was very entertained by it. I was very excited by it. Was it perfect? No. And as kind of like taking what Ivan has said, it set up a lot of interesting things. And so it wasn't the best movie. It couldn't stand on its own. It was not a standalone film. It was this is the first part of something bigger. And so that's the reason why it wasn't the best thing that could have come out, because it's like, oh, but there's so many things I want to know. There's so many things that are unexplained. And why are these characters acting the way that they are? Oh, they'll be explained later on. But in retrospect with The Last Jedi, it's awful, because you're like, oh, everything that I was excited about has been done away with and goes nowhere. And it's going to be very interesting to see what JJ does with episode 9. If he tries to be like, oh, all those things I set up in the first film, we're going to do them anyway, even though the middle film just does away with them. Like, it's going to be a giant mess. Like, as I said, it's like this franchise is going to have, multi-personality disorder. Luke, that's an awesome Luke.
Hang on. Let me put it. Go ahead, Anna. Hang on. Now. We can. It's a little choppy, your quality, but we can still. Let's see. That's awesome. Great job. So that's what she's been working on. She wasn't ignoring you guys. She was she was drawing as she always does. So
Drawing Luke Skywalker.
Yep. So yeah, as far as Chris and Joe's super chat, I mean, yeah, isn't the thing is they're not going to put any R-rated content on the streaming service? Did I hear that correctly, or am I just am I
Well, think about it this way. Even if you didn't hear about it, imagine that you're watching Daredevil season 4 on the streaming service, and there's a guy impaling his head like on a fence again. But then after you're done watching that episode, the new suggestion to watch Wall-E comes in or something. Like it does. Like, I cannot see how, unless they make a divided where you need to log in with parental control or something like that. But yeah,
they have that on the Disney streaming service. It's with like parental control. Like, it'll even say like, go get a grown up.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Johnson is like, but I'm a grown up.
But I wanted to watch Wally, and I don't know why I can't watch Wally. It's where I get my inspiration for all my films.
You're subverting my expectations. So
He is the worst. He really is. Let's see. Angel Butler says, sorry, so late, notifications my ass. So you didn't get a notification, Angel. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, but we've had a good show. I mean, we're going to be here for a little bit longer. Smash the melee button. We're almost up to 300 melees. What's so funny?
Viper Chief says, Mom, I want to watch Star Wars porn.
oh my God, that's great.
Oh man. So let's see.
Well, before you continue, I think this is a good point. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Guys in the chat, thank you so much. I've been reading your chats. A special shout out to one of my Mexican brothers from my actual town. I cannot remember your name, but you were like, hey man, hello from the DF, which is right where I am. So sorry that I forgot your name, but special shout out to you, carnal. Muchas gracias. To everyone, good night. Anna, a pleasure. Odin, I will never be able to grow a beard, even if I wanted to. Like, this is a week of letting it grow, just letting you know. Jeremy, you're racist. So, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you later.
Grow the
All right,
stash.
Ivan.
Grow the stash, man.
Call me tomorrow, Ivan.
Will do. Peace.
All right, bud.
Buenas noches.
All right. So everyone, let Ivan know that he should have a great night, because he should. We all love Ivan around here. And so, like I said, if you think Ivan's a good guy, you probably don't really understand. He really, he's even better than you think. He's a great guy and a great friend. So glad to have him on, and hopefully he gets some sleep after he finishes the long. Okay, Edward Coleman. Ray's mom was a Force hooker, so Ray has a lot of Jedi DNA in her, so that's why she's so powerful. Oh my God.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Oh, wow. Edward Coleman. We need a round of applause for Edward Coleman. That was good. That was fantastic right there. That was so good. That was good. Swig of what's left of my berry juice for Edward Coleman.
Straight vodka right here from Mother Russia. Yes.
My Nickelodeon collection. Jeremy, will you do a spoiler review of Haunting of Hill House? I'm on episode 10 and it's great. Yes. I mean, we talked about this earlier. Kelly, Jedi Bunny, finished it earlier today. She texted me. We were talking about it. So probably going to do a spoiler review with her, because I talked to her about it in a lot of details that she's picking up on. And so I think that'll be a good one. It won't be a live stream. It'll just be a quick video, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. So I'll try to work on that soon. Because I'm going to start the damn series again, because it's that good. Like, it's that goddamn good. So watch it if you haven't. It's the best thing ever. Thai TV, I'm sorry. TFA was trash and became even bigger trash after The Last Jedi. Kylo and Rey should have been brother and sister like the Solo twins from Legends. I mean,
They are. That's why everything is so disturbing.
Well, I tell you what, Anna. I mean, that ain't too bad of a deal for NASCAR, Jeremy. I mean, if Kylo and Ray's got like a family connection, that's kind of where I met my wife. I met my wife after a NASCAR race. It was one of them races at Bristol. Earnhardt got into old Terry Labonte and got him a little wiggly over in turn 4, and Earnhardt gonna pass him for the win. And then me and my cousin, we just kind of hooked up. We didn't know his cousins, but then we found out afterwards. So that's kind of the best way we can do that. All right, I'm stopping. So,
Done.
We're done. Smash the melee button. We're almost up to 300. But yeah, Thai TV, I can't retroactively argue with you about The Force Awakens. My stance on The Force Awakens is that I liked it. I loved it when I saw it. And I can't change that. And I'm not going to. And I get it. Jeremy's standing for truth and justice for Star Wars, and we've earned all this following and stuff like that. I also am not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to change my opinions just because it fits the narrative surrounding me. I loved The Force Awakens. I can't change that. But now I can't watch it anymore. I have no desire to watch it. That's why I broke the Blu-ray. I know all the soy boys cried when I did it. I have never seen them cry as much as they cried when I broke that Force Awakens or the Force Awakens Blu-ray. I mean, they cried and cried and cried. It was so funny. And
oh my God, you could have given that copy to me. I would have taken that copy in a heartbeat. It would have been the best thing ever. Why did you do that?
Somebody's like, he could have sold that at a pawn shop. I'm like, it would have cost me more than gas money to take it to a pawn shop. What are you talking about? Do you sell DVDs, bro? You get like 50 cents for them now. You know what I mean? And so it's just, yeah. So now people apparently are going to send me, do I have it here? Damn it. I don't have the skill saw in here right now. People are going to send me their copies of Last Jedi Blu-ray. Skill saw, bitches. So get ready for that. And I know what those capri pants, or what are they called, Anna?
Pixie pants.
Pixie pants. I know you've never picked a skill saw up in your life if you're wearing pixie pants. I understand that. So go ahead and put your earplugs in because it's going to be loud, okay? It's going to be loud. So when I get these copies of The Last Jedi or Blu-ray, I'm going to be like, skill saw these bitches. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. Where are they at? There were kids in Africa that could have eaten that Blu-ray. I know. I am such a horrible person. So when did you break the disc? I need to see that.
He spelled dick though. That's fantastic.
He did.
When did break the dick? I need to see that, says Grandmaster Yoda.
All right, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can find that right now. Anna, do you have it where you can find that? It's called Destroy. I think it's called Destroying the Force Awakens or something like that. It was about a month and maybe 2 months ago. It's like don't get the full live stream. I think it's like a 10-minute video. Let's see. John Matrix says TFA.
Hey, I actually just typed in Destroying the Force Awakens on your videos #2.
Sweet. Whose was one? Ryan Johnson's?
No, it's like a clip from the movie.
John Matrix, TFA to me offered me nothing new at all. That was the big disappointment for me. I knew George would never make a movie like that because he experiments with new things and takes risks. 100% agree. 100% agree with you. Is that it right there, Anna?
Yep.
Okay, so Anna just dropped a link to my video of me destroying the Force Awakens. If you want to fast forward it, because it was from a live stream, so I kind of took the portion of it where I was talking to everybody about it. So if you want to fast forward to like 5 minutes in, and again, none of it was planned. I happen to have a skill saw and a bunch of hammers laying around because we were doing some work in here, and I almost used a skill saw. I'm glad it worked out like it did, but I almost used a skill saw. But we'll save that one for The Last Jedi. It deserves it, I think. I think it deserves it. But no, John Matrix, you're right. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you for the Melissa McCarthy news, by the way, John Matrix. I made a video on that. But I get it. Yeah, George would have never made that. And, retroactively, you look back on it and it is a disaster. And I'm not defending that it is a disaster. And I'm also not going to take anything away from anybody that called it a disaster well before I did. I'm not. You were right. I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I can admit when I'm wrong. But that still doesn't change the fact that that's how I felt for 2 years until Ryan Johnson decided to show up, But it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it.
Ooh, so. Doot Trooper, shooting range for The Last Jedi? ?
That's a good idea, actually. Shooting range for The Last Jedi Blu-ray.
No, that's a waste of bullets. Bullets are expensive, guys. Dude, just use your lawnmower.
Oh, that's a good one too. Lawnmower. I've got a pretty heavy duty. I've got a badass weed eater too. Hopefully, depending on how many copies I get, there's a lot of different ways we can destroy The Last Jedi, and I'm looking for different ways to make the hashtag Jeremy2 cry. So just
put acid on it.
Man, you are creative when it comes to this. So let's see. All right. So if you guys got questions, let us know. We're probably going to go for another. Oh, we're over 300. So thank you so much. We're probably going to go for another, let's say 22 minutes. We'll go to the top of the hour. So is that good for both of you guys? All right. So 22
Can
more
we
minutes.
talk about things that I can actually add to now?
It's your show. Take it over.
Well, no, I mean it's your channel, but I'm just saying.
I want to talk about things.
Talking about TV shows that I've never seen.
I mean, do you want to tell everybody how much you love Friends? Since I got destroyed for that the other day on the live.
Why
On
should
the
they
live
hate Friends? Why do people hate Friends? I don't understand.
they said it was
There's
soy.
an episode where Jennifer
soy-based.
Aniston puts on a slave Leia costume. Why would people complain about that?
This is true. This is true. Friends is amazing. Odin, what is your thoughts on Friends?
Never got into it. I never
Really?
understood it. Yeah, never understood it. People, all of my
Figure it
friends were
out.
into it. I tried watching it. And I was like, why do people like this?
What?
A bunch of older people acting like kids. I don't know. Just not my thing.
I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Let's see. So yeah, so Soy Boy TV equals Friends.
No, it doesn't. Soy Boy TV equals Girls. If you've ever seen the show Girls, I've seen half of the first episode. That will scar you for life. And
Oh,
that's
I had- oh.
SJW to the max.
So here's a fun fact about me. I like to see or read things so that I can actually trash them. So that when I get that comment saying, you wouldn't know, you haven't actually read it, you haven't actually seen it. Oh, but I have. So that's why I read the first Twilight book, not because I wanted to, but because I wanted to let anyone know when I gave my opinion about it. Oh, you never read it. Oh, I read it. And it was some of the worst garbage that I've ever had to read. Oh my God.
Oh
But
my God.
I watched season 1 of Girls. I watched the entire first season of Girls, and I had to sit through abortion jokes at an abortion clinic, among many other wonderful things. And oh man, I chuckled one time, and it was because of Adam Driver, and it was an episode that she didn't write. Yep, that's it. One chuckle the entire season, and it's a comedy. It's supposed to be a comedy.
I won't watch Girls.
It's
Oh no,
so
it's
disturbing.
awful.
I
Like,
will
I'm
not.
sorry. I cannot look at Adam Driver as not a creeper after that
Yeah.
first episode. I'm just like, I can't do it. I
Very
can't.
true. Yep.
Ugh.
Lena Dunham. Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know nothing about that scene. Everybody hates on it.
I'm
so-
gonna take a shower now just because I talked.
So yeah, but Friends is great. We basically somebody super chatted and they said, Seinfeld is better than Friends. Changed my mind, and I was like, well, Friends is better than Seinfeld. No, it just is, and I love Seinfeld. But the shows that don't get mentioned, Home Improvement deserves more love because Home Improvement's amazing, and Wings. Wings doesn't get mentioned enough. Wings.
I've never even heard of it.
Never saw it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I've never heard of
How? You know what? I'm done.
it. Now he's done.
Well, would you like to possibly give any potential spoilers to Wings? Just, take a guess.
I don't know. Is it about airplanes or angels?
All right, I'm back.
Or is it about like actual hot wings? Because if it's about hot wings, I might watch
Hot
it.
Wings? What? It's about two brothers that that run an airline in Nantucket, and it's awesome. And it's just got the best.
How old is the show?
It was back I guess God, I mean, because I'm so old, but I mean,
Is it on
like-
Netflix?
no, it's not on Netflix. I got the whole series on DVD, I think.
Was it an 80s or 90s show?
90s show.
I'm on
Okay.
the IMDb right now, but it doesn't even say.
Where's my Wings at? Let's see. Hang on.
1990 to 97.
Interesting. Why?
Here it is. Hang on.
Never saw it.
I can give it a try. I like 90s shows.
Thomas Hayden Church is in it? What?
All right, here we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so there's Wings right there.
Yeah,
It's
I just pulled
so
up on
good.
IMDb.
So good. Trying to pull that up. All right, so it's got Joe and Brian and Helen and Lowell. Lowell's the best, which Thomas Hayden Church, I think is his name. But yeah, 10 seasons. It's the best. Roy, Faye. I mean, you just got to watch it. It's just so good. It's so good. All right. Wings is a must-watch for Lowell. Yes, Joshua. Yes.
Is
Thank
he like
you.
the funny character?
Oh, he's funny as hell. So damn funny. It's so good.
Okay. I'll give it a shot if I can find it
It's
on
so
anything.
good. It's so good. It used to be on Netflix, and then when they took it off Netflix, I went and bought it. So do what?
Is it on Prime?
It's on Hulu and CBS, according to Google.
I don't want to take the Hulu. too.
So good. I love it so much. Fraggle Rock. Yes, Evil
Oh
Company.
my God, yes, Fraggle Rock.
Dun, 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 dun.
Never
Dun,
heard of
dun,
it.
dun.
What?
Worry for another. What? Wait, hold on. What'd she say? I'm sorry, I was
She's
singing.
never heard of Fraggle Rock.
I would just like to say the reason why I don't know a lot about TV shows is because I grew up on a ranch. We didn't have cable. We could only watch movies like on VHS. So I never. The only time I saw like TV shows was if I went over to my friend's house.
So
And
I need to ask one question. Have you seen Boy Meets World?
yes, I have.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
All right, have me worried for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock. Okay. it's fine.
Fraggle Rock is so good, though. I'm gonna have to send you. You will love Fraggle Rock. Actually, you would. I know you. You would love Fraggle Rock. So
What type of show is it?
it's like Muppets.
Oh,
Like, all right, look. Let me show you right now. I'm just gonna send you a link.
I'm
and you-
googling it right now.
No,
I
no, no.
used-
There's something I specifically want to send you right now. Hang on.
I used to own the vinyl record of the theme song. Like
Really?
oh yeah, so it was fantastic. We would play that record all the time because it's so great.
It's yeah, Jim Henson. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, I saw the puppets for this, but I mean, to be completely honest, I'm not really into like the Muppets. The only one that
will
I
love this.
actually liked was the one where what's his face, the one with the pink curl nose and he's blue, where he
Hang on.
figures out he's an alien.
I
Gonzo.
just sent you.
Gonzo, yeah.
All right, here we go. And I know we'll get demonetized. I don't care. I don't care.
What? You want me to watch this right now?
No, hey, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Down the Fraggle Rock.
This is what you sent me. They're like in a house singing.
It's so
The
good.
dog. They're in a hole in the wall.
It's so good.
Oh my god! You know what? You know what's reminding me a lot of? I didn't realize how much the kind of music is reminds me a lot of Labyrinth for some reason. And I know it's like the
Yes,
same.
it's Jim
Like,
Henson.
oh, I know it's Jim
Yes.
Henson, but like even the music too.
You will. I do think you will enjoy it, Anna. Okay, so I got to catch up here. Ian Aldridge, you should read some of the 5-star reviews of The Last Jedi on Rotten Tomatoes. They are hilarious, especially the ones suspiciously coming from U.S. presidents. Oh, so good. You know what? I may have to do a video on that. I might do a video on that. Dimaj and I,
I'm gonna
real vamp.
Google it right now.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Real vampires, Underworld. Fake vampires, Twilight.
I love the world.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
liked Underworld. I definitely
I
liked
want to
Underworld.
tell you guys a story about Twilight. So I was like a tween when those books came out. So I read it. I liked it. I was totally Team Edward, and everyone thought I was stupid because the movies hadn't come out. And I had read all the books. You know, I was super excited for the last one to come out. And I'm like, I just finished Eclipse. The movie's coming out. I'm going to go see Twilight. I waited for a midnight premiere in the freezing cold. My mom dropped me off. She's like, Anna, this is so stupid. I'm like, no, Mom, you don't understand. This book is amazing. And yeah, I know. Retrospect, that was dumb. But still, I was young, make mistakes. I'm sitting out there in the cold, waiting for this stupid movie. I get in there, I watch the movie. I was like, Kristen Stewart is the worst actress ever. What the hell was that movie? And then my entire family that laughed at me, they all go see the movie. All the heck, everything's Twilight. Everything. My sister's like, we're diehard Twilighters. My aunt got Twilight wallpaper. She goes on cruises with the Twilight cast. She knows them all. And they know her by name. This past Monday was the 10-year anniversary of Twilight being released in theaters.
That's right.
I spent a summer getting dragged to all the filming locations. So I have been to Edward's house in it's not actually in Washington. It is in Portland. It's in Portland. I went to the cafe where he talks to her about his vampire abilities. I've been to the stupid rock that he leaned over her and said something. I've been in the forest where she said, you know, the whole vampire, like you're a vampire. I went to the beach where they filmed. I went to the high school. I went to her house. I went to the alley that she walked through after she got the book, and the guys were gonna, do something bad to her. I went to the place where they brought the prom dresses. I have been everywhere for Twilight, and I'm just like, all you guys thought I was stupid because I liked these books, and now it sucks. That movie ruined it, and then I got older, and I was like, everything is just dumb now. I'm done.
Oh man, I was not expecting
of myself at all of these places.
I was not expecting that story. I want to change the tone for just a moment, if you don't mind. So, and that was an awesome story, Anna. But so last night I mentioned that a viewer of ours, Tommy, was going through surgery for cancer, and he just sent me a picture from him with him in the hospital after the surgery, and says, "Hey there, Jeremy. I'm in recovery room. My mom is staying overnight to watch me. So if we can all just send positive thoughts Tommy's way. He watches Geeks and Gamers videos every day. He shared some very personal stories with me, and I mean, heartbreaking stories. And so just knowing somebody that's out there that's that follows our stuff, that watches our stuff, and connects with all of us on the level that we are." We need to rally around him, send positive thoughts his way. If he has any, if he has an email or anything like that, I'll find out. But just glad that the surgery went well, and I'm glad for him, and just happy that he's got family with him. And he's been going through this for a few years now, and I'm not going to get into the details that he talked to me about with him and his family, but it's really pretty deep stuff. So, Geeks and Gamers, we care about our own. We rally around each other. So get well, buddy. And I'm really happy that you sent me that picture, because I told you just as soon as you got me some good news, please pass it on, because I knew you would kick this thing's ass. So everybody, thank you for the positive thoughts. So yeah, I just wanted to share that really quick. So awesome. And thank you to all the kind words in the chat. So all right. So Mira Jeremy says, "Oh, I thought Wings was a war TV show. Am I mistaking it for something else?" Yes.
MASH.
MASH. Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a war TV show. But Darth Dank says, "Rockin' Fraggle Rock's 35th anniversary. Love me some Fraggle Rock."
Damn right.
Guys,
What is it?
These scores for the reviews of The Last Jedi. Somebody, his name or her name is Kick K. I feel physically abused by this.
Hey, you can do a screen share if you want. Do you know how to do that? You don't want to do that? Okay. All right. I should go there. Wings of Pensacola. Perfect Strangers. Good. Now we forgive twinkling vampires. Bless you, Tommy. It's awesome. Darth Vader, how's it going, Anna and Jeremy? And Odin. Don't forget about Odin. Odin's here. But yeah, what's up, Darth Vader? Lord Vader. Anna, you want to read some of them to us? Or do you want to do a video on this?
Oh my God. I you know what? Screw it. I'm screen sharing. You guys. How do I do it?
All right. So first of all, you have all of your tabs closed that you wanted to close.
Well, yeah. I mean, all I have is Rotten Tomato. Oh, maybe.
All right.
Maybe. I take this. Well, yeah. There's nothing bad. I mean, it's just.
Or personal
Okay.
accounts too, yeah.
All right, so the little right there on the left hand side, you see the green icon. It says screen share. Click that, and then it's going to bring a prompt up. I don't know if you have two screens or one, to have you to select the screen.
I have one on the computer. Okay, can you guys see? All right, look at this mofo.
You got to take me off of there though. There we go.
You are.
I wasn't.
Look at this. Okay, just look at all of this nonsense, and then look, it keeps going.
I saw that one. I was on it too. Yeah, I saw.
Oh my gosh. And then this person, terrible, sad, pathetic, silly, broken, confusing, long, preachy, SJW, liberal, garbage. Yes, this person doesn't have a name, but I like you. Huge disappointment. This movie was terrible. Visually dazzling. Oh God. The only positive of this movie is how beautiful each shot is. Well, I think they're talking about the credits. I am not a bot. I feel like all these people that do this watch our shows because they're using our terminology. Oh no. I don't know if I want to read that out loud, but geez. This is just ridiculous. I don't know how to filter it so you can only see the 5-star reviews, but I'm like I feel like I want to do a video where I'm just reading these people's reviews and just, laughing at them because this is just bad.
I found a short 5-star from Forrest E. It says, old Star Wars fans are pathetic. It'll be great when all these whining old farts die off so the rest of the world can enjoy Star Wars in peace. Well, thank you, Forrest. I appreciate that.
We
Thanks
are
for
what
wishing
made
death
Star
and
Wars
violence
what it
upon
is.
us.
Yeah, really, really. So, all right, so we're in the last 6 minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions, anything you want to ask us really quick, Mirror Jeremy says, no, trust me, I know MASH, but I was thinking of JAG. Okay, you were thinking of JAG. That makes sense.
Yes.
So yeah, there is a lot of fake 5-star reviews, and we all know that. I mean, it's so obvious what they're doing right now. Let's see. Odin is so hot right now. Odin with hearts, says Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter Parker, man. Peter Parker and I, we have a special relationship on Twitter, so I appreciate you, man.
Sounds risque.
What about the illness attack on the John Williams? Well, luckily, last I heard he was fine. Last I heard that it was they were going to release him, so I'm actually pretty happy to hear about that. So, Aaron, Gaming with Geeks, who Aaron runs our podcast network. Can anyone answer this? Why is Jeremy scared to play Mario Kart these days? Is it because I destroyed him multiple times? It's probably that. Hang on.
Ian Aldridge says LGBT Odin.
All right.
What is he doing?
Give me a minute here. I gotta put these in. I think I can pull mine and Aaron's head-to-head stats up here if I have Mario Kart in here. Do I have Mario Kart in here? Damn it, I got Mario Party in here. Oh, I'm not going to go through all the trouble. Aaron, I was about to put you on blast. It's going to put you on blast. But that's okay. Aaron just likes talking shit because he's mad because his Bears got beat last week by my Patriots. What up, dog? What up?
Oh, boy.
Aaron says he's going to show a Photoshop pic. Oh man, didn't Wings mostly take place in the terminal? Yes. Swan out, sir. Yes, it did.
Christopher Mills, you can just shut it because Firefly is one of the best series of all time.
Woo!
That's
It
right,
only
Chris.
got one season.
Odin getting snappy.
Was that some sass?
That's some
No. I'm just
Anna?
saying.
Okay.
No, honestly, I remember I was talking, and it was in my portfolio review class, and my teacher was talking about how Firefly was the best sci-fi show of like the modern era, and just going on and on about how good it was and how it makes no sense that it got canceled and that everyone's going to be mourning it forever. Yeah. And I was like, well, I should probably watch it, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to watch it because I don't want it to end after one season. I can't deal with that kind of emotional trauma.
It says, isn't it funny no one has actually seen Jeremy play Mario Kart? Well, that's not true. I did some live streams months ago that nobody watched to get like 14 people in there. I'm like, well, this is embarrassing.
Well, that's because it's Mario Kart.
Okay. Whoa. Anna. Okay.
What is interesting about watching you drive around on a track? That's not fun to watch.
No, says the person that sat out in the cold for fucking Twilight. Okay, so
I was like 12. I thought it was gonna be good.
You went to the forest and the store and everything. Twilight.
Hey, and, I did not want to go on that trip. I got dragged on that trip.
And Christopher Mills once again said, "Firefly sucks." Well, you know something? You suck.
Yes. Yes, I did. I roasted Anna. She can't recover from that one. So used her words against her. So let's see. All right. So we're in the last 2 minutes here. Ian Aldridge, you should do a meme or a Photoshop contest. Might do that. Might do something like that and give something away. Oh, by the way, quick update since so many people have been curious about it, and this was a big deal, actually. Let me find it. Again, this doesn't guarantee anything. My God, please let something come of this. YouTube partner. I have been back and forth with the YouTube partner support email. Thank you for your patience, Jeremy. Since this is really a very critical issue, I've escalated your issue to our internal team for review. I expect to hear back within a couple of days. I'll get back with you and an update as soon as possible. That's a good fucking sign. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't mean anything's going to happen, but It's been a struggle, man. It's been a struggle. So I wanted to update everybody on that really quick. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up. So again, if you have not, make sure you subscribe to Odin's movie blog. Odin, got any final thoughts before we bounce?
Thank you for having me on. This has been fun. I hope that everyone has learned something, and I hope to see what you've learned in the chat. And there will be a test next week. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
And you know her, you love her rants. She's probably spoiled a movie, a show, a book, or something for you, but that's okay because she's pretty cool. So you overlook it. So Anna, that Star Wars girl, you got any closing thoughts? You're never good at these closing thoughts.
I'm not. I would just like to say, fingers crossed next week we don't spend an hour talking about shows I've never seen. That's my goal for next week.
We'll see. Are we on your channel next week?
Oh, I don't know. Me and Ivan never finalized that. So since Ivan gave Jeremy his week, I had already been talking to Ivan because I realized that my week is supposed to be next week, but next week is the Day of the Dead, which is a very popular Mexican holiday. So I wanted to ask Ivan if he wanted to be on there. We just never made anything official. But so we're either going to be on my channel or Ivan's channel, depending on if he gets back to me or not. But yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so definitely make sure you subscribe to that Star Wars girl, and also
Everyone,
subscribe.
It's going to be my birthday. Just saying. Just saying.
And you're excited, right?
Just a little bit.
Okay. And then also subscribe to Ivan Ortega's channel after you subscribe to Anna and after you subscribe to Odin's movie blog. And yeah, so we've had a lot of fun tonight. So thank you all for joining us. I even busted out the Make Star Wars Great Again hat for all of you. I think I'm going to put it on Lord Vader next time, just to make him mad, just to make him cry. You know what I mean? So, because that's what we do. So, but yeah, we've got some cool things coming in the near future for the channel. So stay tuned. So anyway, for Ivan, for Odin, for Anna, I've been your host, your humble host, who is just, I don't flaunt about my retail career. I never said anything. I wasn't saying I was the best. I'm really humble. I'm a humble guy, humble beginnings. And yeah, but anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later.